Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Gary and a very quick video today. It's 100 years, yes, 100 years of England's national stadium. So the original stadium being built here, built in 1923. Obviously it became famous for the Twin Towers, but then rebuilt in the early 2000s, over 7 years really. So we're saying it's 100 years, but there's been a 6-7 year gap when England played their home games on the road. But essentially it is 100 years that England have had a national stadium, and I really want to know your thoughts on this. My channel has a lot of people from all over the world, genuinely all over the world according to my demographics, and I want to know what people think about Wembley Stadium. National stadiums aren't a common thing. Most European countries don't have them, but England do. England have had Wembley for a long time, well, 100 years, and it is, in my mind, an iconic venue. I believe other people look at the venue the same way English fans do, in that it's this mecca of football. I mean, even Pele is famous for calling Wembley the cathedral of football. It is the capital of football. It is the heart of football. They're Pele's words, not mine, and that is how we perceive in England. Everybody else looks at Wembley Stadium, this iconic venue. But is that the case? Is it truly the case in a world where there's countless state-of-the-art stadiums all across the world? Is Wembley still perceived as being this iconic venue as it once was? 94 FA Cup finals, over 300 England games, 5 European Cup finals, obviously a World Cup final, the Euros final in 96 and 2020. There has been at Live Aid, there's an endless line of historic and momentous events being hosted at the ground, and obviously it's changed a lot. It has changed a lot since the original stadium. I was never lucky enough to go, so I have only never known Wembley as the new ground, and it does come up for some criticism, and rightly so. I have been to some games at the new Wembley that I think have been some of the best atmospheres I've ever been to, but in the same breath I've also been when it's been probably the worst, and I genuinely mean that. And when it's bizarre for a stadium of 90,000 fans, but that's almost a problem. Is Wembley too big? Is it built in the wrong area? With 90,000 fans, does that mean you get a lot of people there that are just on a day out and it's not really the hardcore, so the atmosphere suffers? Is it in the wrong part of this country, so only a certain select people can go to? So other, really passionate England fans up and down the country can't get to games? That's certainly the case. And I think there was a big debate, wasn't there, when they were rebuilding Wembley Stadium? Do we need a national stadium? And if we do, should it be built, in maybe Manchester, Birmingham, Sheffield, somewhere more central for those fans all over the country to be able to come and see those games? It was decided to stay in North London, obviously with it being Wembley anyway, but there's a good argument there. But it is an iconic ground. When you're coming into London, all club fans, regardless if you like England or not, all club fans want to go to Wembley Stadium with their team, and a part of that appeal is driving down to the capital. For most people, it will be driving down into the capital, so you understand the glamour and the prestige of your team reaching the capital at Wembley Stadium. But there is an argument to say that it's in the wrong place, or even if we need it at all. So let me know your thoughts below. I've got a mixed bag. I think it's a fantastic ground, and I love going to watch England games there, but I would like to see England now travel around the country and moving forward to do so. But I like having this national stadium. The FA Cup finals, like I said, are fantastic that they're hosts there. The semi-finals shouldn't be a host there, but that's another debate. But this national stadium, I believe it's nice to have like a central area where English fans can come together, and it really does feel like that. But Wembley continues to change. I mean, if you look at this image here, this is when it was almost initially first complete and built, the new ground obviously, and then you look at this one here and how it looks today, you can see the surrounding area has been completely gutted. Even in the past 10 years, it's completely changed. Wembley Stadium, it really is a complex now full of restaurants, shops, hotels, flats. It is real, a little mini city in itself. And for some people, when you go there, it's so stunning visually. It's a feast for the senses. It's really glamorous. It's glass and steel, and it looks a fantastic, beautiful, stunning place to go and watch a game of football. But for some other fans, that means it's ripped the soul out of it a little bit. It feels very corporate, and I can understand both sides of the argument. But regardless of what you think, 100 years at any football ground and as any occasion or anything is a remarkable achievement. And I, for one, I think Wembley's given me some of my greatest moments of my childhood and as an adult as well. So I love the ground, but it does have its problems. Obviously, growing up, it was all about the Twin Towers. Go and see those Twin Towers. They were the iconic image, and there was talk about incorporating them into the new design. They weren't kept. Here's an image of them, of course, being demolished. To a lot of people, that was a huge disappointment. But the archway, which was put in its place as the new, flagship of the stadium, the new landmark of the stadium, I like it. You can see it as you come into North London, and you see the ground as you're approaching, and that gives you that sort of buzz and adrenaline going as a fan going in to watch England or your club play football. So I do like the arch. But like I said, I really want this to be an open topic, this one. I want to know people's thoughts on it, particularly foreign fans. Do they perceive Wembley the same way we do? I presume probably with not so much of a romanticised image, but I want to know what you guys think, and I want to know what other England fans think. Do you love Wembley Stadium? Do you hate it? There are those people that sit either end. Like most people, do you just enjoy going? Is it a nice day out? It's certainly a photographic and a real occasion, given the grandeur of it. And it is visually a stunning place to visit. But I'd love to know your thoughts. But for me, here's 100 years to Wembley Stadium, the iconic ground, and hopefully 100 more. Let me know in your thoughts and comments below, and I will see you all on my next video.